Hey you guys, what's up? It's Vikeejeah, and I'm inviting you to get ready with me. So we're going to be doing a couple of things today. I'm going to be filming like for the day, right? And I'm going to be using things that I haven't used in a while in an attempt to declutter my makeup collection. I'm going to try some new stuff. Not really new, but just things that I haven't really touched in a while, so they feel like they're new. If you are not a JGlow, you should be. We got a giveaway going on right now here on YouTube, and then I have another one on Instagram. I really do like to spoil my JGlows when I do giveaways with, you know, high-end makeup snobbery. So definitely hit the subscribe button, become a JGlow. We have quite the community of sisterhood and brotherhood. I get the occasional dude up in here. How y'all doing? And yeah, I'm just gonna go grab some things, gonna go pick through my collection, and then I'm gonna come on back and we're gonna do like a chatty get ready with me. Oh, this is a priming moisturizer. Let's try this out. This is from Korres. It's the Greek yogurt smoothie priming moisturizer base for all skin types. We're gonna use this today instead of my Hourglass. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, this is a mascara sample from Lancome. Mercier Big mascara, so I'll go ahead and be using that today. Oh, I got the Touche Eclat Blur. I think I'm going to use this too. I heard this is like a pore filler and I'm never going to get rid of it, so I may as well try it out. Just going to use it around here. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is Hourglass Immaculate foundation in the darkest shade, which is Ebony. So I'm going to try that out today because I have chestnut, which I end up having to mix lately. Like, I don't know if my face has gotten darker because of pregnancy. I know how some people, like, their skin gets darker in certain places. So chestnut used to match perfectly. It was like my skin in a bottle, but now it's too light. And so I'm thinking I'm going to try this Ebony out, and that should definitely be enough for my whole face. And I have been looking everywhere for this because I have a contour powder in here that is fantastic and I haven't used it in a while. So I'm gonna bust this out. We're doing well. We have primer, we have foundation, we have mascara. I pulled out my contour powder from this little Z palette and a pair of Trust Me Try It's, which are like my absolute favorite. They need a clean. They need a cleaning big time, so give me a minute for that. Alright, I'm back and I have grabbed a few more things that I've like barely touched to the point where they actually have dust on them. That's when your collection is out of control. This I actually have been using, but it was tucked behind something else when I went to reorganize, and it's my NARS Pro Prime Smudge Proof Eyeshadow Base. It's my favorite eyeshadow primer. This is a YSL limited edition lipstick. One of their bullet lipsticks called Rouge Pure Couture in La Nude number 70. It's a beautiful nude. Really beautiful. This one came out last year, so it is at least a year old. But it's a really nice pale nude, pale pink nude. And I'm going to rock that with a liner. Cork liner. It's a classic, right? I think this is my second cork liner. Then I have my usual black liner from NARS, the Tarte Shape Tape. I've used it on occasion. This is not my go-to. I actually use the NARS primer. I use the NARS concealer more often than this one, so I was like, all right, let me go for that. And brow gel, you know, so normal thing. But the brow gel is here because I'm gonna go back to my pomades. These are actually my first brow products I ever had, so these are definitely old as heck, and they're gonna need a little oil to get them going. I have Ebony and I have dark brown. I'm gonna mix them together to create my brow look. There was a time where I just wore Ebony, y'all. Black brows, like it was crazy. The dark brown looks a lot better. I have the Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator in Gilded Honey from Laura Geller. And then from Clinique, I have their Cheek Pop blush. This one's in Fig Pop. I have Cola Pop as well. This one is number 10. And I think Fig Pop is a little bit like 11 or 12. I grabbed a couple more things. My, I think this is Demolition. 24/7 liner from Urban Decay and Demolition. Mixing medium, just in case, from MAC. And I grabbed 2 palettes. I grabbed the limited edition e.l.f. Jackie Aina collaboration. And this one, it's called a JGlow by Jackie Aina. And then this is the Self-Made palette from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I tend to go for the Master by Mario, the Modern Renaissance, and the, what is that other one that was really popular? World Traveler. Those are the 3 that I normally gravitate towards. As you can see, again, this has collected dust. I almost never open this palette. These shadows are like barely touched. So I'm gonna try to grab something from this. I think that that's enough to get started. I'm gonna actually prime. So the Korres Greek Yogurt Smoothie Priming Moisturizer is what I'm gonna put on first. And I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I don't need this to last all day. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be able to tell you if this is good for oily skin or not. But we do need to moisturize oily girls. That's how you keep from being oily throughout the day. I wonder if this is like a one-time application or if this is like 2, because that kind of feels like a lot. Yeah, that feels like I can take this down my neck. Oh, honey. It smells really nice. It smells like baby lotion. Very fresh. A little, like a teeny bit sweet. It smells like a nice mature woman's fragrance. Even. But could totally work for a baby as well. Alright, so this is giving me better for dry skin vibes. I'm gonna just massage her since I used a ton. That can do nothing but help my skin, so we'll get some time to dry by working on our brows. Feels good. It is just a little viscous. Definitely gonna stick to your skin, so that priming aspect, right? It makes me look really radiant. So now, to fill in my pores just a little bit, we're gonna just, you know, I might put a little bit on the nose right now. And then, yeah, on the chin. There we go. I like how it has a spatula. That's pretty nifty. So, we'll concentrate right now. And it does definitely, like, it's a silicone base primer, so it's gonna fill them right in, y'all. Right in. I definitely need this on my nose. I'm always face tuning my nose in my selfies because so much texture on there. No matter how many extractions I do, textury nose. And then the chin. Same thing with my chin, by the way. I smooth the heck out of my chin in photos. Pore city. If I ever go get a facial, like if I can ever afford one, that's exactly what I want, like extractions in these problem areas. Okay, just in those areas, I'm gonna put the Touche Eclat situation. And then while that's soaking in, I'm gonna get to work on my brows. So I'm gonna use the pomades and we'll see how it goes. So I bought this a little while ago. I want to say like maybe 2 years ago. It is from It Cosmetics. It's the number 12 Build-A-Brow brush. And I have a couple of things from It Cosmetics, like their Tightline mascara, this little tool right here. I think I've tried some other things from It mascara. Like, it's not It mascara. I've tried some other things from them as well. But I think for me, the best thing they have to offer my black ass is tools. And I'm not hurt by that. Not everything is for everybody. It's all good. I don't need it cosmetics to try from me, because y'all did like recently try to expand your shade range and it looked like the corpse bride. I ain't really here for it. I don't want to look post-mortem. So I'm just gonna, you know, comb them up, figure out where I'm at with angles and whatnot, and then dip in here and see what happens. What I really like about this brush is that it has like it low-key is like a comb. I don't know if y'all can see that. Like, there you go. How it looks almost like a comb. So you can actually comb the product through. How nifty. Nifty, nifty, nifty. And I just like to fill in them sparse areas. My eyebrows are pretty full as it is. I don't want to overdo it. Okay, I'm thinking I need to add a drop of oil. Okay. Yeah. Nice and smooth now. You see that? Gently filling it in. You see I'm kind of like over extending because I'm a little sparse on top on this side. And my eyebrows are never even, which is totally fine with me. One is thicker than the other, and that's always been the case. I feel very much about my eyebrows the way I do about my edges. I got them and I'm grateful. Now that I've made a big old mess because this one is like trash, but that's what concealer is for, so let's do it. So yeah, you guys, I just took a little bit of that Shape Tape on a palette here and my concealer brush. I'm just gonna clean up underneath my brow. I wonder if our lighter skinned sisters ever feel like afterthoughts the way that we do, the way that the deeper skinned community does. Because I don't really, you reach a certain complexion and then people are talking about this, is where I'm going with this. It's like shade range, shade range, shade range is usually a conversation for people like myself and Jackie Aina and Naima Tang. I think she said her name pronounced Naima. You know, very advanced melanated lady. And I also watch like Sudani Doll, who we talk about that kind of stuff. Deeper tone ladies talk about that kind of stuff. But I wonder if our like Missy Lynn's and Alyssa Ashley's of the world, I wonder if that's an issue for them. Because it's not just about your skin tone, it's about your undertones too. So I just often wonder if that's a problem for them as well. But also, I'm all about perspective, you know what I mean? So I also think about like, come on now, yeah, keep going and I'm gonna end up with no brow. I also think about like living where I live. I'm an American. I actually have way more access to things than most people do, and I recognize that. I do recognize my national privilege, that I have access to a lot more of a shade range than my sisters in the diaspora. So while I'm sitting here complaining about Tarte not having an in-between shade between their deep tan and their dark, there's girls who can't even get this daggone concealer. You know what I mean? So I do understand that. I just want y'all to know that I understand that you probably out there with no concealer option for the brands that are in your area, you know? That's why I avoid the drugstore too, to be totally honest, because they be calling dark something that ain't dark, and I'm just like, I don't get it. Dark for who? You know what? This is not, I'm not mad. I'm not mad. This is, it takes a lot of effort. This is taking a whole 30 minutes to put my brows on because I talk too damn much, but I'm not mad. Listen, Pomade, I'm gonna visit you a little more often. So my face feels really good. Really, really freaking good. So now foundation, right? That's next? No. No. We're going to do the eyes. And then we'll get into foundation. So, look, a little bit of this on the old lids. Okay. Love the doe foot applicator. And you know me, I'm not a big, like, obsessive 16 shadow kind of girl. You will get, at the most you will get is 5, okay? 5. That's all I got for you, sis. And that's when I'm feeling especially glamorous. But where the heck am I going? Where am I waddling to, huh? I'm going to start with the e.l.f. palette because it has a nice, like, base thing of a vibe. Yeah. It has this cute, like, taupe color base, which I think is really pretty. Grab my eyeshadow brushes. And I'm going to take a fluffy brush. Actually, I'm going to save that one. I'm going to take this baby right here. Because it's like it's a cross between a shadow brush and like a fluffy blending brush. And I'm just going to use that to set the base. And creep it up. Like, just slowly bring it up. I love the, like, neutralness of this taupe. Because I really could just leave it as, like, the eyeshadow color. I'm not sure if I'm going to. Like, the lid color. Not sure yet. But I want to creep that up into my crease as, like, a low-key transition shade. And I like the way it kind of cancels out any discoloration on my lids. Pretty pigmented. This was my first time using e.l.f. eyeshadows, and I don't know how they do it. I really don't. I don't know how they can land so much pigmentation in certain companies that I have reviewed on here that are also drugstore brands can't seem to grasp the same concept, even though they cost more. That's that. And then I'm going to take that other blending brush that I was going to take, which almost looks just like the other brush except bigger, and then I'm going to take this nice little chocolatey deliciousness right here. Okay, we're going to like tap into that, and we're going to deepen this crease. But you know me, hooded eye girl, my crease is a lot. I have to pretend about where the crease actually at. You know, when you go to relax your eye, how you doing? There you go. This brush feels so good. This is a Morphe brush, E30. It feels so soft. Speaking of Morphe, I need to double back and use Jackie's code because I was one of those Twitter people who voted for edges to be the code. I was like, please! I will use it if you make it edges, girl. Get your 10%. I will use that code. I just love it. I love that it actually is edges now. Tickles the heck out of me. So now I'm going to make the little switcheroo over to the Self-Made palette. And see what kind of color we can impart on this look. I'm going to go with Hot and Cold. And Sherbet. Yeah. Just remember, Fallout. You're messing with ABH shadows. That be what it is. You know what? Before I touch this to my lid, I feel like the lid is new. Well, let's see. You can always wipe stuff off. No biggie. It's not that much of a color payoff, really. Just a little shimmer. Nothing too major. Okay. I was worried for nothing. I'm going to flip this brush around and I'm going to go right into Sherbet. And that's going to be the inner lid. Now that's giving me a little pal. Shoot. That's giving me something. It's got a little more pigmentation than the hot and cold. I just have to like pray that I'm doing it right, because I can't see when I put my brush over this lid. I mean over this eye. Cannot see at all. I'm gonna get LASIK, you guys. Find out if my insurance covers it, because I mean I feel like it's an actual medical issue, that it's not just for vanity purposes. I'm not trying to get different color eyes like Tiny or something. I'm just want to be able to see. I'm gonna take this brush again because I didn't use the pointed side, and I'm gonna use Metallic Plum to deepen my corner, just for the fun of it. Why not? I feel like it goes with the taupe shade a little bit. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Didn't even take much, and this is a very pigmented plum. Lovely. I like how it's blending in. It's quite fabulous. So now that we have the top of the eyes done, like this whole situation right here, I am going to do some foundation. As you can see, all the like radiance is still there, but it's like definitely soaked in the primer and whatnot. So I feel like we can get crack-a-lackin'. I'm going to take a clean brush. This is the Morphe M439. Yeah. And I'm going to dot my face first. Use the back of a brush I've already used. So we'll just start with that much. See how it goes. Because that seems like a lot. Look how nicely, like, I feel like that's a really close match. I might have to grab this because I love the finish. It is for me, it's super full coverage. And it dries very quickly, which is why I didn't want to like just start buffing it in one section. Wow, this coverage, y'all. Wow. I'm always really impressed by this foundation. Immaculate coverage, I think it's called. I actually have the bottle. I don't know why I'm tripping. I have the bottle in chestnut. I need this in ebony. Like, look at this color, y'all. It's so nice. Now that it has dried, this is why I haven't purchased it. It's too dark. Just a touch. Just a skosh. So, this foundation, I believe, retails for $56 or $58. Something like that. $58 probably. So that's why I haven't purchased it, you guys. It's just a tad too dark for me. Just a smidgen. So I'm in between chestnut and ebony. And that's like over $100 if I try to mix them two. I don't think I can do that. I don't feel it. I should have to. So I'm just applying the brow gel now. Same one I always use from ABH. It works. And I'm just going to use the Shape Tape again. And I still have a little more left on my palette here. So I'm just going to highlight. I actually did wash my beauty blender, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it dry. I like the way this is blending out over the Immaculate foundation. Just a little Auntie Laura. And I only put powder right where I think I need it. I don't really try to like powder the whole thing, you know. I get a little oil in the corner And I get a little creasy right under there. That's all I need. That's why this lasts me for so long. Because I literally refuse to buy this in a full size. I could. I just don't see the point. Now, the darker one, all over my face, I'm down for that. I bought a full size of that. But this one that I just used for my eyes, I don't really see the point. So I get the travel size. This is like my second one, I think. And then this one, when I'm finished with my face, I'll just powder down with that one. So back to highlighting. I'm trying to think if I want to reverse contour. Do I want to snatch them cheeks? Nah. I don't know, kids. Maybe I'll do it with powder. I don't want to do it with the with that. Maybe I'll do it with powder. Yeah, let's try that. Let's see what that's talking about. I'm gonna leave it there for a second, you guys. Not sure why I'm whispering. So hey, we're looking good. We're looking pretty cute. Aside from our little beard. So yeah, let's move on to contouring, huh? Maybe something. Oh, almost forgot. Lower lash line, kids. So I'm gonna actually do the waterline. I need to sharpen this pencil because I'm not scratching out my freaking cornea. Let's see. I just need something to hold my a little bit. Yeah. And this is Demolition by Urban Decay. 24/7 liner. It is a cool tone brown. Not as harsh as the black, so it just covers up your waterline area and makes my eyes water every time. Yeah, just you see that? I'm glad I used the darker powder. You see how I just get just enough of a cut right there? Amen. Absolutely fantastic. And I don't need to powder my face, you guys. I don't, because this foundation is very matte. So I'm not even powdering my face. I'm just dusting off the brighter Laura Mercier. I'm using Carob, which is an Anastasia Beverly Hills contour. This was my first contour powder I ever bought. And I bought it from Macy's. And I think it works better than Ebony. I have the Ebony one in my custom kit. My little contour kit. I think it does a better job. You see that? Just a quick little something. Not gonna go ham. I'm just gonna hit these temples real quick and blend it right on in. Boom. That's it. And this is a complexion brush, which means you can use it for liquid foundation. It works. It's lovely. I wouldn't go any thicker than a liquid. Like I would use this as a serum foundation brush or a liquid foundation brush, but this thick foundation I use today, no. Magic. It performs magic tricks, you guys. She's banging. It's gonna drop like a whole 10 pounds off my face. I just want you to see that difference. Like legit, now you see it, now you don't. Y'all see that? Double chin sisters. Contour your chin. If it's something you're self-conscious about. If you don't care, you don't care. But it's something that I like to do, especially for photos. And then use like my little Tyra tricks of keeping my head bent down like this, and you can like barely see it. Alright, so I'm going to actually take my eyeshadow brush that I was using for the crease, and I'm going to use that with the contour powder to contour my nose. Very lightly. Very, very lightly. You only need to dip in one time. And boom, there it is. Dimension. So we're going back to the Self-Made palette. And I'm going to take that purple, that metallic plum, and I'm going to use that on my lower lash line. I have mine to use a little bit of liner, but I don't want it to be too strong. I'm going to take the tiniest bit of that sort of taupe color that I used before, just to clean up a little bit. There we go. I'm going to clean up and brighten up right there. And then there's a silvery shade in here that I want to use for the inner corner. And I'm just going to use this lip brush because whose lip? Seriously. I'm just going to take this, and it's like a pewter color. And I like that it's not gold, you know, because I'm really not trying to do a warm eye. And I'm just going to pop that in the inner area right there. And I'm just curving it around and bringing it on the lower tear duct as well. It's not going to be blinding unless I add Fix Plus. I'm actually really tempted to. But I feel like this look is already pretty muted, so I don't want to mess it up. Yeah. This is Fig Pop from Clinique. And it is super cute and pink. Look at that. It's so pretty. Obsessed. Now the highlight, I've actually changed my mind on. I don't want to use a gold highlight. So I'm not going to use Gilded Honey. I'm going to use something else. So while my mascara is drying, I'm going to use a different highlighter than I intended to use. And it's the Anastasia Beverly Hills, what does she call these? So Hollywood Illuminator. It's very pretty. I'm going to use a teardrop shaped brush like Auntie Jackie. Why do I call this woman my auntie when I'm older than her? I mean, that's a thing, right? You have aunties that are younger than you. Kind of. I have some. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Ugh. Sexy. Ooh. Hello. Good morning. Just a little sunshine in your life, right? Bang. This is so fucking good. This is like, really? Why haven't I used this in so long? Look at how beautifully it glides on though. Like, it's hella smooth. And that might have a lot to do with that Touche Eclat that I didn't use very often, but hey girl, when you let it melt in, where my pores at though? Where they at though? This is good-ish. Just a touch of, oh, why not be obsessed with it? You know? Hey, girl. Flexing. I love it. Don't you love this? I love it. So can we just take a second to appreciate Trust Me Try It's. Trust Me Try It lashes are my absolute favorite lashes. I have tried other lashes. These are my favorite freaking lashes. Look at how good. Look at how sick. Look at how boom. Look at how spiky. Ugh. I really need to stop playing again and get like some fresh pairs. I have 2 pairs that I have completely like worn out. These are so sickening. Anyway, I'll be back. We got nice smooth lips now. And like I said, this is a really sheer color, very moisturizing. So you do have to build it up. I think I'll be happy with it. Yep. And there it is. Let me get cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll talk about the items that I used today that I haven't used in a really long time and what I think of them. Alright, I'm back, you guys. Looking cute. Kind of cute. Anyway, let's talk about what we used today that we have not used in like a bajillion years that is actually freaking awesome. Let's start with this and this. So, the Korres Greek Yogurt Smoothie Priming Moisturizer and the Touche Eclat Blur Primer. They doing really nice things. Now, I will say that I could probably use half of this. But since my face was clearly thirsty and I'm using an extremely matte foundation, using the whole thing actually worked out very nicely. Massaged it into my skin, let it, you know, soak in. And I think that it did a really nice job of providing moisture and just enough tacky to hold on to this foundation. Now, the Touche Eclat Blur Primer, at first I tried this all over my face and it left me a grease ball. I also didn't let it soak in the first couple of times that I tried it, and today just putting it on the areas where I would have like really visible pores and patting it in and then letting it soak in, I think really did the trick. So like, I'm into this now, and I feel like if I can, you know, have good results consistently, then I would go ahead and buy the full size of this, because it's doing very nice things. Can you even see my pores? Because I can't. I gotta tell you guys, a good 2 months ago is when I got this. I got this foundation sample like 2 months ago, and I only used it one time. So I used it again today. Medium coverage. I only used like a little bit. Medium to full though. You could definitely build this to full coverage. This is a full coverage foundation for sure. It dries very quickly, and I will say that like after putting everything on, I don't think it's a bad match. I think if I had to choose between this and Chestnut at this point in my complexion, I would choose this one. I would choose Ebony over Chestnut. Tarte Shape Tape. You are growing on me, honey bunny. Like, I have to say, like, I actually really do prefer NARS concealers generally, but I like that Shape Tape. I ain't mad at it. Tarte doesn't make too many things that I'm into, because those lip paints that they have separated, and I have other things that I bought before those lip paints that haven't separated. So that, to me, you know, for the price point, it kind of yo, I bought quite a few of those, y'all, and they have all separated. They're all greasy, and I feel in a way. But this Shape Tape though, in the color Deep, is nice enough. I still would like for their shade range to have some in between shades. So that's the only thing I guess that would give me a side eye to buying this again, because other concealers perform just as well, but I feel like since I have it, it is growing on me, and I'll use it more often. The big Monsieur Big mascara from Lancome, I'm not mad at her. Y'all see my lower lashes? She cute though, matching perfectly with the Trust Me Triads. And before I put the lashes on, my actual lashes look nice enough for like an everyday face. They add a perfect amount of volume. The wand is really interesting. It's very interesting actually. It looks like it's on like a industrial screw or something like that, like it's a drill or something. And it's fluffy, but it's also brush like, so I think that it does a really great job. Anastasia pomades, the brow pomades. You guys have made a comeback in my life. I really like the way this looks. I think you just need a sparing hand with it, a light hand, and some patience. I think it does require some patience. If it, you know, my pencil is always on hand for when I want a quick fill in, but if I want to really slay a brow, these pomades are legit. Oh my god, I love my brows today. The Self-Made palette, I think it's a useful palette to have. I think that there are enough colors in here to make a good look. I don't have a transition shade in here. This is a crease color. I wouldn't call that a transition shade for me. but and then the rest of the colors would not be transition shades, but I think it's a nice palette to have. The colors are really pretty. I like the way they play with each other on my eyes today. Yeah, I feel like I'm not going to tell you that I'm going to reach for this more often, but I'm not upset with myself for owning it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not a regret purchase. My Anastasia Beverly Hills Contour Powder in Carob is still a winner. I like the contour that it gives me. It's subtle, pops on my skin, gives me the definition, and I have control. I like it. I love it. I'd buy it again if I hit pan. The e.l.f. Jackie Aina collab is great. I never used Anastasia. I never used e.l.f. shadows before I bought this one, but I like the pigmentation, I like the blendability, and I think that they're really great quality for the price, like big time. I believe that palette was only $6, and it's really pretty. I used 3 out of the 4, no, yeah, 3 out of the 4 shadows in the palette. The other color that's long is a highlight, but I used 3 out of the 4 colors in there and for this eye look, and it looks really pretty. Clinique Cheek Pop, you have always been a favorite, and you still are. Look at how cute. I just really love this color. It's so pretty, and it definitely still shows up on a deeper skin tone. You can build it up, it would show up even more, and it blends like a dream, like all the back. So Hollywood, I've fallen in love with you again, girl, because this is a beautiful highlight. And then of course Lanew YSL Rouge Pure Couture lipstick. It's so moisturizing, y'all. So moisturizing. I love it. With the cork liner, it's just enough of a contrast. I definitely wanted that nude color to stand out more than the brown, so that's why I didn't use a dark brown lip liner, and I think it looks really great. And then, you know, my Trust Me Triads are a trusty ride or die lash. I just find them to be absolutely positively sickening. So yeah, that's everybody. Hope you enjoyed this get ready with me. Any other details you need, like my Poshmark and Mercari closets, will be in the description box as well. And I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time.